What's up, guys? Yeah, sorry about the 1 o'clock thing. I was just technical difficulties. I'm here anyways. Sorry about that, guys. Guys, give me some time. We're gonna be doing a live stream pretty soon. Give me a second, guys. Can you hear me? Hey, to my Fundamental Secrets members, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be doing a live stream tonight as well. You just gotta give me some time. I've been super busy. Just throw that out there. All right, I think we're going to start soon. I don't think I need to wait 8 minutes. Things are getting ready. So let's jump in here. I'm going to answer some questions, guys. And then we can do the rest. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? What's going on? So if you haven't noticed, Bitcoin breaking all-time high, like literally right now. It's crazy how much we have gained. Things are happening, guys. So this video is going to be really interesting because we're going to go over a lot of topics. We're going to go very briefly over price and some of the most important charts that I look at. And then I want to go into, some Bitcoin news, Tether news, cryptocurrency news. What's happening? What's the sentiment around, crypto? What are they talking about here? Like, look, guys, I mean, look at it for yourself, right? We were literally at a point where the market could have ended and Bitcoin came back in a short period of time and is outcompeting pretty much every asset. So things are getting crazy. If you haven't experienced, if you're not in cryptocurrency, I don't know what you're doing. If you're not telling your friends to get in cryptocurrency, I know it's annoying. I know some of them like to make jokes about it and stuff like that, but we will have the last laugh. I'm pretty sure of it. Cryptocurrency's just blowing everything out of the water. And it's almost like you're in kind of like the losing group right now if you're not in crypto, right? So things are getting crazy. That's all I gotta say. Things are getting crazy. So let me give it like 5 minutes and we can answer questions for now. I'm gonna go over some questions and then we're gonna be jumping into the market. I'm gonna talk for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then at the end, we'll have questions as well. There's gonna be something too I really wanted to talk about. If you're a business owner or if you have a lot of liquidity that you can't, necessarily use because of payroll or whatever the case is, you need large lump sum of cash, liquid that you can use to pay things off. But at the same time, you want to buy cryptocurrency. There's a 0% interest app that I am actually using for my company. So I have a project going on in the background that I've been building for a while now. And we've been working on for a long period of time, kind of being secretive about it. But basically, I took out a $250,000 budget for this project to kind of build it up. And I want to invest that 250 grand into crypto. So what I think I'm going to do is put myself in a position to take a loan out against my own cryptocurrency. And I found an app that's actually 0% interest. So literally 0% interest. There's I think a small fee, but you can use whatever one you want. And it's a smart contract. And I can get 50% of whatever I put in there. And I get to keep exposure to cryptocurrency. So this is crazy. And I'm one of those guys, I pay payroll, right? I got payrolls like, sometimes 6 figures payroll. Like I need cash, but at the same time, I want to hold cryptocurrency. So I'm going to be talking about that towards the end of the video. I'm going to go over maybe a little tutorial. You guys know when I make my videos, I try to give you actionable steps, things that you can utilize and for real do yourself. And I think somebody was buzzing in the comment section saying, you need to do your own research. You need to look at it from me just kind of showing you my research and make your own decisions. I 100% agree with everything, right? Because even though I talk about this 0% interest product that, towards the end of this video, doesn't mean that I'm going to put all my net worth in it. Maybe I don't feel like putting $500,000 to pull out 250K. Maybe I'll put a small portion and then put a little bit more in Celsius or whatever the case is. But my point being is you need to analyze the situation for yourself. And if you've been actually making your own investments in this market and you held on and made money on this dip, I want you to pat yourself on the back. Not a lot of people have been able to go through with this. So I congratulate you and everything you're doing. And I hope people, continue to thrive, because if you start following other people and, you just don't take it serious, is this really serious to you guys? Like, is your whole net worth in here and you're lollygagging? Like you have a lot of money in crypto and you're just BSing, right? So let me just get a drink. Where's my drink? Oh, there it is. I hope you guys like the background. Look, it says pause if you must, but don't stop. I thought that was a really cool, kind of artwork there. Maybe in the future, I'll get some NFT backdrops or something like that. That's my next goal. I've been spending a lot of time kind of building this shooting scene for you guys so I can get some more live streams out to you and stuff like that. But yeah, let's jump into some content here. I've been BSing for a while. Let's jump into some content. So first things first, this video is brought to you by Fundamental Secrets. the greatest product when it comes to cryptocurrency education on the market. Highly recommended, of course, because it's mine. The link is in the description below. We're doing a 25% discount right now. So it's just for 24 hours. So if you've been thinking about it, this is probably the time to pull the trigger. Literally tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're discontinuing it. The promo code is 100K. So if you tell my consultant, hey, promo code 100K, you get FS for 25% off. So take advantage of that. Yes, I got the cool animation. You guys see the animation? Yes. I've been spending like 5-6 hours setting up the streaming, learning streaming, understanding how it works. Because you guys know I just make the videos and stuff like that. But let's jump into the actual topic of discussion here. So if I pull up the screen, you can see very clearly Bitcoin's breaking all-time high as we speak on the daily. It looks great. Now it might come back down regardless of the fact. I think, price is very important. But I also think that there's big whales, being that this market's smaller than most markets, right? There's big whales that can manipulate it a little bit better than, traditional markets, right? So for me, and again, like I can learn the TA, I can dive deep, and I do know a lot of concepts of technical analysis, but I don't use it as a way to make all of my decisions. I pretty much just look at the big charts, and generally there's a trend. Now, I will say as well, just to couple this up, I do have a strong team and they're good at technical analysis. So I can also say that I rely on them to focus on TA while I'm focusing on research, and I use a lot of their information and, for my benefit. But most of the time, I'm not going crazy. Even when I didn't have a team before, I'm just using classical technical analysis, right? So it's just clear we're breaking towards all-time high. And what's also clear by just looking at this, just very, very common sense, right? It's also clear is that we had a massive dip. I mean, this is huge, right? From all-time high, this is a massive dip, right? 54%, right? And in just a couple of months, we've been able to bounce back and go directly to all-time high in literally 93 days. So regardless of what you think, trend lines, et cetera, it doesn't matter. This is big. This is huge. I just want to be clear. Hey, Manuel, what's up, man? I appreciate it. He said, join Fundamental Secrets, life-changing wealth and knowledge. I appreciate the positive reinforcement on that side. But seriously though, 122% in 93 days is a comeback. It's an aggressive comeback. I mean, if we didn't have this little manipulative drop right here, which was caused by leverage, we talked about this before. This is why you get these long, exaggerated candlesticks, is because they're shaking out the longs, right? If we didn't have this, this would be considered a V-shaped recovery in like a very slow time. Now, this kind of reminds me, and it is different scenarios, but like just think about this situation here with the Black Swan event. I mean, it happened more aggressive. Like, as you can see here, 56% in 30 days and literally half the time, right? But if we look at same thing, we have 135% increase in 79 days. So it was a little bit faster, but we saw this play out on a bigger scale with much more money involved. And there was no Black Swan event this time. It was just people manipulating it, outside sources. So I would assume, being that, and this is a common perspective that most people that I'm in the market with share right now, is basically this was clearly manipulative. Right here, this was institutional demand. So if that was institutional demand, then I would say that it's similar effect to the Black Swan. It has a similar effect to the Black Swan event that we had with the coronavirus, to what's happening directly to crypto, because we never really experienced this institutional manipulation, right? But yeah, I mean, that's just two like very common thought perspectives for me just being in the market for a while. If you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, this chart, if it goes up, Ethereum is doing better than Bitcoin. You can see that we broke below this symmetrical triangle. I fully expect that to reverse, because if we look over here, I mean, Ethereum's kind of leading the show. Ethereum, actually, let's refresh this. Ethereum is past all-time high, I believe. I don't know. What was it last? Was it 40,000? Its last all-time high was, no, it was actually 4,300. So yeah, I think generally Ethereum and altcoins are going to outcompete it. And I've been saying this because of a couple of reasons. Clearly, the top 100 altcoins versus Bitcoin dominance. I'm using this probably as my main reason. Just looking at the history of cryptocurrency and the major news events, it looks like it's pretty much lining up for the success. This is moved. This wasn't supposed to be here. It's supposed to be around here, right? It's pretty much lining up. And not only that, but I just feel like this is not big enough of an altcoin season. I think Bitcoin can go to 100K like in the next maybe 60 days. And maybe this drops or goes sideways, and altcoins are going to just have a last really big hoorah of like 200% top 100 altcoins versus Bitcoin dominance. And again, I say this because, you know, we've seen it in history, and I think it's only getting more exaggerated considering the fact that people are opening their eyes more, and there's more usable products like NFTs and DeFi. There's just so much more use case than there ever was. So I have to make the argument that there's not going to be diminishing returns in this altcoin cycle. So it doesn't seem like it's done to me. I think it's just a really good prediction. Time frames I can't give you exactly, but I think it's a really good prediction to say that Bitcoin dominance is probably not going to go back to 50%. Maybe we might have a spike up. It gets close to 50%, but ultimately it's probably going to fall back down. Now that we're getting these BTC ETFs and adoption, serious adoption, I think, and this is just maybe it's perspective, you know, whatever you guys want to call it, but I think in general, that's the good, you know, prediction for me. I think just to run it back one more time, let me just come in a front angle. I'm getting used to this stuff. Just to run it back one more time, I think it's Bitcoin dominance probably not going to pass 50%. I don't think it's going to come back, just considering all the use case in the market and how old institutional demand is getting more aware of DeFi and all the talk around it. NFTs are getting crazy. I think there was an NFT sold today for like 2.5 million or something like that. Just day after day, we see, you know, pro athletes jumping into NFTs. We see like really big mainstream adoption. Once they start learning, they usually trickle down into altcoins. Very simple, right? If you've been in this channel for a while, you know I've been saying this over and over again. It usually happens. And if we see from the history of Bitcoin dominance, it never really recovers to its like its massive level during the 4-year cycle, right? And this massive level, I think, is around 50%. So I think maybe it can get there, and I think it's going to drop in the future, and we'll have like a big altcoin season. And the reason I'm saying that is because the goal here is not, I mean, like, we're not dinosaurs, right? Don't you want to make more money than just, you know, Bitcoin can go to 100K, maybe a little bit more, maybe 150K. Let's say Bitcoin goes to 200K. What is that, a 3X, right? Sometimes we get 3Xs in a week. So our goal here is not just to, Bitcoin is an indicator. If you knew this channel, I mean, Bitcoin is an indicator, okay, for us. I mean, most of us. I do have a small bag of Bitcoin, and I do that to have a bedrock in my portfolio. But in general, we use it as a big indicator for altcoin cycles. So that's really big. Let me answer questions for like 2 minutes, and then we'll go into a smart money. The topic of discussion here is, you see at the top left-hand corner. It's going to be the smart money tab. I'm going to show you guys from Nansen. I'm sure you've heard of the software. I'm going to show you like what they're holding just very briefly. And then we'll go into kind of like this Tether news that just recently came out. They're getting sued and all that. And then I want to go into the Bitcoin news because it's going to get absolutely ridiculous around then. Let me answer some questions really quick. What we got here? Love the vids. Thought on BTT and TRX. TRX, I mean, TRX was like the first DeFi use case, but I think the creator's a little scammy. What about AVAX? AVAX is just a layer 1, but it's like the most obvious. It's like AVAX and Solana are like the most obvious plays. And my goal here is to make as much money as possible. I don't really want to move with, you know, with everybody else, if that makes sense. I like being like really far ahead. This is why I've been calling like Phantom and stuff like that. You keep asking me for BTT and TRX. TRX, I'm good. Pass that one up. There's better layer 1s. Blocktopia, never heard of it. What's the advantage of using USDT versus USD? It depends on what platform you're using. I mean, I don't know if you're using Coinbase, but USDT is a stable coin, and USD is like maybe, you know, if it's Coinbase, it's just like the USD, like their version of USD. But they have USDC as well, which is another crypto. So one is like a fake number in the system. One is an actual stable coin. Can AVAX reach $250? Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and, you know, say no, but I will say that like there's a lot of coins that are better than AVAX. How will the dot parachain work on Binance? No, you're gonna have to do it in a decentralized way. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to center their wallet. I've never participated in one, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna work. So you won't be able to do it on the exchanges. Litecoin price prediction. Litecoin looks interesting. Do you guys want me to make a Litecoin price prediction video? Leave ones in the chat if you want me to talk about Litecoin, or if you want me to talk about a different, you know, topic, say what topic, because I'm trying to figure out what videos you guys like, so we can get some more retention. How much further do you think Phantom can go? I think it could be a top 20 currency. I said this long. You guys can literally rewind my videos. I wish I could save these clips. Like, I should just save every predictions clip, because I specifically said Phantom's going to top 20, and it was number 72. And Phantom, let's see, is right now. Let's see. Phantom is 36. So I'm almost there. My prediction almost came true. Phantom's almost there. All right. All right. Let's jump into some more topics of discussion here. I answered enough questions. All right. Let's go into screen share. I'm still getting used to this. Bear with me, guys. All right. So if you look at Nansen Smart Money tab, you can see people are moving in on Phantom wrapped Ether, and some people are taking profit into Tether USD. I will say in general that I've seen a trend with Phantom. It's clear that that's what they're moving, and I've seen a trend with UMB, but I haven't really seen it. I mean, Umbrella like pumps. It hasn't gone up. I think we're up a little bit. You got to ask Matt. I think we're up a little bit on that, but Matt's a coach from our group. He's the one that called it originally. But in general, its use case is outstanding, to be completely honest, for its market cap. There's a reason why I talked about it in the YouTube video, so we're still holding on to that. But you can see smart money, and all this is just Nansen tagging whales and what they consider smart money. So it's just a classification method, and they're tagging, what they're buying and selling and stuff like that. You can see when you look at balance distribution by token USD, look, Shiba Inu is 8.95%. It's one of the biggest holdings in there. It's actually crazy. It's the second biggest holding of smart money. Now, I will say they're probably tracking Vitalik Buterin and some other airdrop wallets. So if they're tracking the airdrop wallets, some of them might not have made a decision to buy Sheeb. I'm pretty sure Sheeb, just don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Sheeb only airdropped half of the supply. So that half has been handled. So I don't know how they're classifying this. You would have to look into it really deep. And it's kind of like their proprietary information, but there's clearly some whales holding Sheeb. So that's pretty crazy in my personal opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much what smart money is looking at. There's also this Tether news that just recently came out, where the CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, is trying to sue Tether for $41 million over claims that Tether stablecoin was fully backed by US dollars, which they weren't. And they're trying to sue Bitfinex. And just from history, not from recent research, Bitfinex launched Tether on their platform. I remember I used to trade on Bitfinex before they got banned from the United States. I literally traded on Bitfinex. It was like the best interface back in the day. This was in like 2016. And then they launched Tether on their platform. It was mad sketchy. They're taking advantage. There was like all types of like issues and stuff like that that were coming up, and people were exposing them. So I guess they just now started to actually act on this. Now, if you guys know, Tether's huge. It does a lot of volume. So if we come over here to CoinGecko, not only does it do a lot of volume, it's one of the biggest by market cap. You can clearly see, it's top 5, and it stays there. And sometimes it's like the third or whatever the case is. So very interesting. Hold on, let me send a text off real quick. Gabby, can we lower it down a little bit, please? But yeah, cryptocurrency in general is doing crazy numbers. Solana's up 10.8%. When it comes to specifically Tether, I mean, there's a lot of speculation. People are saying it can bring down the market. I just think that we just need to get more adoption of stablecoins in general with legitimate faces. Like I think DAI is a safe stablecoin, and I think there's a lot of other competitors. So hopefully they take market share away from Tether before it blows up, because if it does blow up, it's going to be a big problem. Now, the whole conspiracy theory of how they're minting Tether and buying Bitcoin with it, I don't think it's associated. Maybe they're just doing some type of fraud to make as much money as possible, but I don't think they're just buying Bitcoin with it. I don't think it's, Tether's pumping the Bitcoin market. I think it's a common, I guess you could say theory that people are jumping into, but it's whatever. All right. So if we look at Bitcoin news, you can see the market cap hit its all-time high. And I've got this before Bitcoin actually hit the all-time high. So you can literally see that it's going crazy. This is just what we expected. I even called it in October. I said in October it's going to be all-time high. It's at 66,600. I don't think it broke all-time high just yet, though. Yeah, it did. It broke all-time high. So that's bullish, right? In general, for sure. We see new billionaire hedge fund manager saying that he prefers Bitcoin over gold. That's been the common theme. I think pretty much everybody prefers Bitcoin over gold because you're making way more money and you actually have possession of it. ProShares Bitcoin futures ETF sees historic nearly 1 billion trading day. So, I mean, I don't know. You guys put it all together. You see the ETF analyst saying it absolutely obliterated the market, basically. So, you know, we've been saying the ETF adoption was going to happen. I said this like way before. I know it was a common thought, but we were pretty confident about this. There's more ETF approvals to happen in the future. We're going to get the physically backed ETF, you know, approvals in the future. It's going to be big, right? That's the physically backed ones are the ones that take Bitcoin off the supply. That's what we really need, so we can have more of a supply shock, right? But that hasn't happened yet. This is what I'm saying. I think it's a very good thesis to say Bitcoin's probably going to hit 100K before the end of the year, right? I really do. And this is just a physical representation. So you can see that when they green-lighted the SEC ETF or the BTC ETF, you can see we had initial spike. So literally, you know, record-breaking volume. As you can see here, the same company is filing in Canada, and they basically opened the floodgates. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I've been saying it in different perspectives. There's so many different perspectives of why Bitcoin can do really well in the future. But I think the big ones is now, like, let's just get more infrastructure. Let's get big time people with a lot of money, because Bitcoin's worth a lot. Let's be honest. The market cap of Bitcoin's pretty big. You know, so in comparison to other altcoins, we need big time money. Like, retail is going to come eventually, but I don't think they can move the market the way that the current, you know, ETFs and everything coming in. It's going to be big. Institutional investors are going to take over. I'm not going to go over this. It's going to be way too long. But basically talking about what is money, you can go over to the Reddit or Bitcoin and basically talking about the history of money. Guys, if you don't know the history of money, we went over it very briefly. And, you know, recently, but I've had, you know, videos where I dive into how money works, because this is going to help you redefine these moments right here when you're in doubt, right? When Bitcoin's way over here and you're scared. And don't get me wrong, like, even me, you guys witnessed it. Even me around these areas, I was shaky too. I was like, wow, like Bitcoin lost 50%. Like, I lost 50% of everything. Is this the top? It's something you do always want to question. You never want to be blindly, you know, hodling forever and, you know, not taking profit. That's an emotional roller coaster. Not only is that an emotional roller coaster, but you guys are not robots, right? You guys are not robots. Like, I hate these people who are always going to hodl to infinity. You're probably a billionaire or something, like, because it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. You might as well take profit. It's almost like sometimes, not all the time, but it's better to lose money for your sanity so you can make money doing something else than to just hodl through all volatility. So you're going to question it, right? But if you understand money in the long term, it allows you to make decisions. Like, you guys know what I said. Like, if you're a true follower, I've been pretty much around this area, went mostly into Bitcoin, right around here. And I've been saying it over and over again. And I also sold a good portion over here, right? So have conviction is what I'm saying. And that's definitely part of your investment thesis. It depends on how you trade too. Sometimes day traders don't need to have conviction. They just need to understand what's going on. So it just depends on how you're investing. If we look at MicroStrategy, you can see that it's pretty much been following Bitcoin's price. People have been using it as a way to invest in Bitcoin without an ETF. Now that the ETF is out, I can probably expect to see Bitcoin get adopted a little bit more, or if we get more ETFs than, you know, MicroStrategy. But it doesn't matter, because he holds so much Bitcoin that the price of Bitcoin goes up. He goes up too. Like, it doesn't matter. He is paving the way for big businesses to actually make some serious money in the world, like, not just in the market. He did something extremely smart. He leveraged his company and he invited people to buy into his company to, like, they can hold a piece of it, which gives them exposure to Bitcoin. Like, it was a power move for the ages, seriously. And he was doubling up in times where people were really, really scared. So that's really interesting. Also, I wanted to show you guys this right now, because maybe we could be in this area. I just know it looks pretty interesting, right? So we have the bear trap, right? We have the first sell-off, which is currently happening, well, not currently happening, but already happened over here. Let me just kind of erase this. First big sell-off. Then we have media. It said it in the chart. Let me just pull it up one more time for you guys. We have media, right? Media attention. Like, I just look around. We've been saying it in other videos too. Like, we just see cryptocurrency in the news on Google Trends trending pretty much all the time. And this recent news that just came out just, like, kind of solidified it for me with Facebook. We're going to be going over it briefly, but I mean, it just looks like Facebook is FOMOing. They're like FOMOing, and it looks like the SEC and regulators are like literally like trying to stop them as hardcore as they possibly can. Like it's crazy. It's so crazy, right? Also, I've said this before, but I want to explain it one more time because this is powerful. Okay, this is powerful. This concept here, anti-fragility, is a big reason why cryptocurrency is not only going to take over money, but it's also going to take over the tech industry. So I want you to imagine a situation of somebody building a software, right? They only have to worry about attack vectors, people potentially figuring out where their database is, right? There's like a one-dimensional attack vector to a regular software company where you hold your own servers, right? When it comes to cryptocurrency, not only do you have, especially DeFi projects, not only do you have this vulnerable software that anybody could look at, right? It's open source code, but you also have the fact that you have so much money locked up into the contract, right? So the new type of developers that are jumping into Ethereum are kind of like economists, mathematicians, and developers at the same time because they're handling more variables, right? And this concept is basically anti-fragility. We saw Bitcoin, and I was talking in a sense of DeFi, but when we're talking about Bitcoin, it got banned in a whole country. China had the highest hash rate. It had the highest hash rate. In less than a half a year, a couple of months, this hash rate dissipated to other parts of the world because people wanted to make money. Like, it's not even because like they're adopting it for, because Bitcoin's a religion. Like, they moved because they wanted to make money. That is the catalyst. This is why big companies are going to adapt. They're going to adapt while governments stay behind. The big companies want to make money. Governments want control, right? So, and the way businesses keep control is by making more money, right? So it's just a simple, it's crazy, but like this is forcing the world, and some people even claim we live in a corporatocracy, right? So that means that the companies are kind of forcing the regulation to happen, if that makes sense. I explained anti-fragility, in my personal term, but basically increasing the capability of becoming defensive and resilient to volatility, noise, mistakes, faults, and attacks. And in the case of cryptocurrency, economic attacks too, especially in DeFi, is a big one. These new age softwares, Web 3.0, are anti-fragile and next level. Also, I looked at this website here, pretty interesting. Look, Bitcoin is now the 8th biggest asset on planet Earth. I don't know, I don't want to hype you guys up, but like, come on, like we're here, guys. We're here. Like, it's happening. This might be the big major turning event. Maybe Willy Woo's right, and we never have a bear market again. Maybe you guys witnessed that. Like, I want you to like really think about this current situation. It's like a one in a lifetime event. Like, if Bitcoin never goes into a bear market again and just continues to go, like, you were on the cusp of that adoption. Like, they call it the tipping point. You were there at the tipping point watching cryptocurrency YouTube videos being made fun of because you're buying digital currencies. So seriously, pat your guys' self on the back. It's kind of crazy. In the new day and age, I mean, I've watched this for so long that it just blows my mind. Let me get a drink of water. Yeah, things are happening. It's getting absolutely ridiculous out there. If we look in other pieces of news, you can see that, interest on Google, someone just aggregated it. I look at it from a one-dimensional way on Google Trends. Somebody aggregated it. We could be getting an uptrend. If that happens, retail comes in. I mean, I don't know what you guys want me to tell you. It's bullish all over. Days over 50K. Bitcoin's price in USD. We spent 90 days over 50K. Look at the years. Just look at it. We are in a bull run for sure. It's crazy when you put these things in perspective. I thought this was interesting as well. But basically he's just showing, I don't want to, big screen it, but he's basically showing that we had kind of like, followed by 2 or 3 green months. So we had a red month followed by 2 or 3 green months. If you look at 2011, you could see that we had this red month here, then three green. We have the red month here, 3 green or 2 green. He said 2 or 3, right? Red month. And then we have the red month here, and then he's basically expecting 2 or 3 big green candlesticks. 100K is right here, guys. I keep telling y'all. So he's not predicting, but he's basically showing evidence to not only you're gonna probably go to 100K, but also we're probably gonna top out around there. which kind of lines up with my thesis of what I'm telling you. We go to 100K, Bitcoin probably reverses. Maybe it doesn't go to 150K, and then altcoin season starts in a massive way again, and I'm going to make a ridiculous amount of money. All right. In other big cryptocurrency news, we see that basically I read multiple stories. They're all slightly different. But besides Coinbase, I mean, you could throw that to the side that Coinbase announced a multi-year sponsorship deal with the NBA. We could just, I guess, throw that to the side. That's not the main piece of news. I mean, back in the day, if that news happened, that'd be insane. But I think the main piece of news is this right here, right? What we're seeing is a push towards the metaverse. Facebook might rebrand into something that aligns with the metaverse, and I'll explain what the metaverse is. But we're seeing that Coinbase, but we're seeing that basically they wanted to launch something, and then we had the Senate Banking Committee basically saying, hey, don't launch this product, right? They've been trying to come out with their stablecoin and their social media platform for how long, right? They wanted to create, DM is a stablecoin project that's been on the rocks for years, and they're trying to create a crypto wallet as well. And they're trying to get it out, right? And they're showing signs of, one, trying to launch the product, and they're also showing signs of rebranding themselves to align with the metaverse. And then the regulators are like, no, because Facebook's, again, it's the biggest social media platform on earth, right? Facebook is the biggest. So it's like, it's obvious. Like they're trying to get their product out. They're trying to stop them as hard as they possibly can, because they know once Facebook comes out with their product, it's over. It's GG's. So that's crazy. Coinbase announced, we already talked about this. We also saw that there's launching campaigns in Europe warning people about crypto. Are you not feeling it? They're getting like scared and FOMOing at the same time, right? Like they're trying to stop. They're doing everything they can to stop it. Before they would do it subliminally, like, Google taking MetaMask off the App Store, or, shadow banning YouTubers, or, they used to do it in subliminal ways. Now they're coming like by any means necessary. YouTube campaign, like a YouTube campaign, like that's crazy. Metaverse. All right. So Meta, Horizon, Facebook renaming report sparks speculation. So they might rebrand to something that aligns with the metaverse. Now, if you don't know what that metaverse is, I'm going to explain it, but I thought this was interesting here. The original metaverse term was originally created by a sci-fi novelist that basically he's describing a world to escape from a dystopian world. So a virtual world. So that's basically what it is, really. Like even now, right now, the metaverse is basically, I want you to imagine, like, think about all these NFTs, right? Think about all these lands being sold. Let me kind of put this other perspective here. Think about all these lands on, what is that contract called, with the game, right? There's so many different games, right? I'm not gonna come off the top of my head. There's so many different games. You all know it, right? There's Axie Infinity. There's like at least 20 really well adopted games, right? And all of these games have individual pieces, right? Some of them are skins. Look at Fortnite, right? Fortnite skins. I mean, RuneScape, I still hear it nowadays. Like some of my friends still play RuneScape. They're like 27, still playing RuneScape. And like they put almost years into this game, right? Don't you want to get compensated for your hard work? Like, don't you want like the gear in the game? And that's basically what's happening. That's what the metaverse is there's going to be eventually, there's like these closed ecosystems, right? That's happening right now. It's similar to DeFi, right? There's these closed ecosystems and these closed games that are valuable to their own marketplace. There's like, for example, Axie Infinity is its own marketplace, and you can sell the items there, or the actual characters there. And then we have CryptoKitties is its own marketplace. And then we have NFTs are their own marketplace. And then if you guys ever heard of Loot's creating a game, it's its own marketplace. There's going to be an eventual time where all of them connect. And there's one interoperable, I guess you could say, marketplace or environment where all of them are going to work together, right? And when that happens, that is the true metaverse. And that's the point. We're investing right now in these items before it comes into fruition. And Facebook wants a piece of that. They want a piece of that. And you got to understand how valuable that is, because it's kind of like a new median of value transfer that has nothing to do with money. Like right now, DeFi is that medium for money, but like, what about every other market on planet Earth that has value? Like, what about everything? And there's even some that don't currently have value, like RuneScape Gold. Like it's illegal to get like RuneScape Gold, right? You could do it. I know there's people that go around it and they sell and they make money. I know people that make money for a living selling RuneScape Gold. I know this. I know multiple people. And basically, it's illegal, right? You can't do it. And RuneScape owns everything. They can ban your account and you lose everything. Imagine a world where you can actually invest time. Right now, people are investing into these games unwillingly. Unwillingly. They're investing into these games and putting years of their life for a skin that's non-transferable, that they can't make money off of. Now imagine if you give them an extra incentive to actually make money. It's going to be crazy. So you guys got to pay attention, get involved with the metaverse, start buying some NFTs. Even if you lose money, learn it, right? Maybe buy on paper. What NFT would you, don't do it like physically, but like you're going to buy this NFT. How well did it play out? Learn it, right? Study it. But get involved for sure. Some very brief on-chain metrics. You can see BTC all exchange reserves are at its all-time low. Nobody's holding Bitcoin on exchange. They want to hold it in their hard storage wallet or cold storage wallet or hard wallet. I'm over here like mixing up words. And they want to let it collect dust. That's what they want, man. They want it to go to 100K. I don't know what you guys want me to tell you, but they're not holding it on exchanges. So it's crazy. All right, let's jump into the last part of the video, and then I'm going to answer questions. It's going to be really interesting. But basically, this is what I'm doing maybe for my business. Okay, so there's this website you guys could look into, liquidity.org. I told you guys I give you actionable events every time I talk, every time I make a video. I'm going to show you something that you might be able to use for yourself. But I mean, there's a lot of apps like this, but nobody has offered 0% interest. Yo, cryptocurrency is allowing people to use their money so effectively. It's absolutely ridiculous. I want you to understand, like, there's nothing that can compare to 0% interest. You lock up your ETH, you lock up 100K, you pull out a collateralization ratio of 50%, you get 50K to do whatever you want for 0% interest. If you haven't looked into liquidity.org, they have a stable coin called LUSD, and they don't charge you for it, right? Now, a couple of them do. There's different interfaces. But if you look over here, not over here. I mean, if you just click borrow now, there's like front end interfaces right here. You can see this. This is how Web3 works. There's different types of front end, they're like separating it now. Before it's like combined, but being that it's a decentralized network, there's all types of front end, but you can see some of them give you 100%, like liquid.fi. I might actually do this one. This one looks like the best one, to be honest. And look right here, collateralization ratio, 289.1. I believe it's not 50% collateralization ratio, it's 289%. I don't know exactly how to do the math, but I'm sure if you deposit like, let's say 0.5 ETH, you're allowed to borrow 1,800. So it's close to 50%. Right? Or no, it's not borrowing. Let's do 500. All right, so let's do 2,000. Yeah, so you need to put more ETH than that. So I'd put, I mean, if I was doing it, I would do it on a large scale anyways. Let's say you do like, I don't know, 100 ETH. The amount you're trying to deposit exceeds your balance by 99 point. I'm not going to figure this out in front of you guys. Like I do this. I've done this on, for DAI stablecoin, but I was just researching this. So I wanted to make you guys aware. All you have to do is connect your MetaMask wallet, Web 3.0. You get the point, and you get to get 0% interest. I haven't had the time, man. I'm setting up my live stream. Bear with me here, but I'll do maybe a full video showing you guys exactly how I move. But I'm in this dilemma here. Oh, you guys are not even looking at my screen. Sorry about that. I'm a noob. Excuse me. Let's put screen share. LUSD. You see it right here, right? Liquid.fi. You could see that basically you have the ability, if we come over here to liquid.fi. Let's go back a little bit. Liquidity.org. There you go. Borrow now. 0% on your ETH. You guys see it from liquidity.org. Just look it up. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys are all blowing me up about the screen. I apologize dearly. Excuse me. Excuse me, okay? Don't kill me. But you see it right there. Liquidity.org. Go check it out, man. All right. Now I feel like I'm a little bit ahead. All right, cool. So check into that for yourself. What I'm doing for myself, and let me just kind of bring up my main face now that you see it, is I am going to, because I have a $250,000 budget for this project that we're building, and I need to leverage that money in crypto. Like if it breaks all-time high, I might go all in. Hence the title of this video. I really might go all in. I'm weighing out the pros and cons, but if Bitcoin goes 100K, I mean, it's easy. Like if you can't 3x your money when Bitcoin goes 100K, like I don't know what you're doing, right? So the point here is, I want you to really think about like what you're currently doing with your money, and if it's not gaining interest or not doing something, there might be a good way to kind of meet both, I guess you could say, risk to reward benefits and misbenefits. But yeah, liquidity.org looks very interesting. Let me answer questions for the rest of the Q&A, and then I'm going to conclude that there. But by the way, if you made it this far, guys, I am doing 25% off Fundamental Secrets. All you have to do is head to the link in the description below. And you can take 25% off. It's only gonna be a 24-hour discount code. All you have to do is tell my consultant, you're going to reach out to you on a Zoom call. Just tell my consultant, hey, Alex had this code, and the code is 100K. So all you have to do is tell him, hey, I got this promo code. It's called 100K. Give me my 25% off. And it's only for 24 hours. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are discontinuing this. I just want to throw that out there. Let's answer questions. Oh, yeah. This is why you don't live stream lit. Nah, I like my live. Look at the background. Do you guys not see? This is where I spent a lot of my time today. So excuse me. Next live stream, I'll be much more prepared. I'll actually go through the product for you. But the thing is, I've already seen people use liquidity.org, just to give you a heads up. So I know Credibility is using it. There's billions of dollars TVL, so I know it's legitimate. But I'll use it next time. I'll give you a tutorial. Excuse me. Maybe I make a full video. But look at that background. You know how long that took me? You guys understand how long this stuff takes? I had to make my whole room look nice so I can come on the camera and and not look like an idiot like I used to in my live streams. All right. Let's answer some questions. Holdmatic. Maybe Polygon's not the answer. Ran from Crypto Banter. I have to look into it. How do I get Glimmer for my DOT? That's not out yet. I'll let you guys know when it comes out and tell you exactly what's happening. But that's a good play. Glimmer is a good play right now. Thoughts on Phantom, Boost, Spirit in the rest month of October, November? I'm holding them. I already cashed out half. When it came to Boost, Spirit, and some others, I cashed out half. I already doubled my money. MELD on Cardano is yeah, but it gives me Aave vibes. Cardano, I'll start looking to it again once I get, once it gets a little bit more legit. I want to see more infrastructure. Actually, we're dropping a Cardano video tomorrow. I'll give you my exact decision on the Cardano ecosystem and all that. You guys can check it out. Yes, Cardano video coming tomorrow. Check it out. What's your opinion on Hex? You guys always try to get me to promote Hex, don't you? That's my opinion, is that I made a lot of money. It's borderline a scam. Richard Hart is a genius. I don't think it's a scam, but I think that the metrics that they use is similar to a Ponzi scheme. And I made a lot of money. I put in like $300 to $500 from my recollection. I think it was closer to $3, and now it's sitting about $50,000. My Hex account is absolutely ridiculous, but I would not suggest anyone get into Hex. The ship has already sailed, and it's if you look at the TVL or the market cap, the way it's supposed to be a top 3 cryptocurrency. It's supposed to be literally under Ethereum, like top 5, hovering around there, but they're censored by Coinbase and CoinGecko for the same reasons I'm censoring it and not talking about it on my YouTube channel. They have Ponzi scheme economics, kind of, but it's not really I'm not going to sit here and say it's a Ponzi scheme because it's not, but it is sketchy. It is a little bit sketchy. There are some gray areas. And just if Richard Hart is watching this, he is a genius, and I would love him on my, to do a live stream with him so he can explain it. But, from my research, I just have a hard time promoting it. I'll buy it. And I did one promotion way back in the day. You guys can go look at my video when it first launched, way back in the day, literally one video. And I just don't feel comfortable talking about it anymore because I think the ship has sailed. And I think there's probably better coins out there, to be honest. But that's my thoughts on Hex. I know a lot of people have been asking about that. Akita, you talking about Akita Inu? Yeah, I made a lot of money on Akita Inu one time, and then I lost a lot of money. The only 2 altcoins you probably should invest in is Doge Leon, and Shiba Inu, and Dogecoin, of course. Those 3 that's it. Because everything else is the liquidity pools are too small. There's a big problem with meme coins. They're liquidity flashing you guys. They'll jump in liquidity. Price is going crazy. You jump in, and then they'll pool the liquidity under you, and then do you in. You won't be able to sell. You'll lose a lot to sell. You can't even sell. How would you purchase a car using DeFi and or collateral? Actually, I don't want to say this now, but I'm making a video soon where we're talking about, and you guys will get the sneak preview or whatever. I made $180,000 off of my DeFi collateral loan. So I wanted to buy a Tesla. It was about $60,000, $70,000. Instead of selling my crypto, I put it in a loan, and I took doing the same thing I'm doing now with liquidity.org, but I did it with Celsius, and it was a 1% interest, which is okay. I just ate the 1% interest. And I made like $190,000. Like that money, if I would have sold it, I would have missed out on so much money. Yeah, Matt Weber, the guy right there, that's one of my official coaches for Fundamental Secrets. He's a bull on Harmony. Harmony looks really good too. I don't think anyone's talking about that either. I just like Phantom a little bit better than Harmony, so I'm kind of focusing on that, but Harmony looks good. What do you think about Akita? You keep asking about Akita. It's 2:28. I got to leave in like 10 minutes, guys. So we answer some questions. I got to go. I'm doing a podcast. So let me take this opportunity to talk about the podcast. So you guys go on my Instagram. The link will be there. Go to the Instagram and sign up for the podcast. Basically, we're doing a giveaway valued at $5,000. Here, actually, let me get the link for you, man. They don't set me up for success. Let me call Eddie real quick. And I'm going to get the link for you. But basically, we're doing a giveaway for $5,000. All you have to do is watch the first 2 podcasts, and we'll tell you how to do it. And being that I don't have a podcast audience, you might win. Hey, I'm on live stream right now. What's the podcast link? Can you send it to me in Slack so that I can just kind of like share it with everybody?
You want the link to the podcast and the application, or just the podcast?
Just the podcast, so they can sign up. The first 2 episodes, you guys are going to give away $5,000, right?
Yeah.
It's not $5,000. You're going to give away $5,000 worth of value. So you're going to get multiple things. So podcast.
Yeah, it's the course, a shirt, a cup, and then 1,000 BTC.
Yeah, so you're getting $1,000 cash, a shirt, a cup, Fundamental Secrets, and you get.
No, you're not supposed to tell them, bro.
Yeah, so we're on the stream. You already told them. It's too late. We're literally live right now. So you guys got the scoop. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that we're giving that away. All right. No, you already told them.
In an hour, okay? I'm gonna send it to you on Slack.
Yeah, send it to me on Slack. All right, thank you. Yeah, that's my podcast manager there. Look, we just leaked information we were supposed to give out. But yeah, go to the podcast and definitely take advantage of that. Let me give you the link. Hold on. He's giving it to me now. Coming out soon. Where we at? There it is. Here's the link. Let me pull up the actual screen share. I'll get better at this, guys. I promise. I'll get better. Let's go screen share. You see it right here, Alexander Lorenzo podcast. Any interesting topic, it's going to be more about business and stuff. I'm going to try to get some cryptocurrency guests on here as well. I just feel like I talk about cryptocurrency too much, and I want to like explore other areas. But yeah, sign up, alexanderlorenzo.buzzsprout.com, and head over to the podcast. Take advantage of this. Let's make money, man. All I talk about is how to make money, and you guys know the deal. I'm obsessed with it, but it's not really about the money. It's because I want to follow my ultimate passion of being of going interplanetary space travel. All right. Yeah, Matt Weber said UMB will be huge. A thing that will up your video quality would put timestamps. You want to put timestamps? Everybody wants time. Why can't you just watch the whole video or skip around? Like, why do you need to like? Gosh. You guys are just like abusive, man. You should see some of these comments. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. You guys make my day all the time. All right. Best coins to 5X. Hey, wait for the video, man. I like dropping legitimate stuff. I'm not going to just talk about random coins. I'm not. Because I know people are going to make purchase decisions off of my research. So what I'm trying to do is not be a financial advisor and only tell you about the ones that are really, really good. And that's just my research, not financial advice, all right? It's not a coin call, all right? It says, why don't you put your face cam in the corners of your video when you're talking? Okay, I got you, man. I got you. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Litecoin 1400, maybe. I don't know. People are talking about it. You kill it, Alex. Thanks. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Pro shares. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day. All right, guys. I think it's ending. I got to go on a live stream. You heard the man. Yeah, no timestamps. Make them. I want you guys to learn, man. I want you guys to really like watch every detail. Sometimes I build it up. Sometimes it's not all about like you can't just break up information like that. This is not TikTok. This is not TikTok. All right, guys. I'm gonna be doing more live streams. So you can clearly see this is lit. This is lit. Look at this background. I got everything set up to perfection now. I'm getting better. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I really appreciate everybody showing up to this live stream. You guys are the best. If you like the quality of this video, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Share this video with as many people as possible. Let's blow up the YouTube algorithm. I love you guys. I'll be back for more juicy videos just like this. Stay in touch. All right. Turn on post notifications. Do all the things that we need you guys to do. All right. I'm just playing with you. All right, guys. Peace out.